come 13th. However, of the 8 eliminations they got, they took out everyone else.
And Elmar, a little action there on the south side. Looks like ETSH might have a little bit of a hot drop situation. All the players going up north, hunting down some vehicles. We could see some shots out of some cars.
Yeah, Chiniango Galacticos going to be going toe-to-toe a little bit on a hot drop there, but they have taken either end of the settlement and not really committing for the vehicle drops either. They do have, I believe, one vehicle in the back line, so for Etch, you could just grab a vehicle and send away, but looks like they want to stick around and maybe try and vie for the spot instead. Godlike alone in Los Leones, and we are going to be seeing that western side start to pack in, I'm sure, as teams make their way out that way and try and make themselves look as good as possible. If you want to look as good as possible, you need to be heading over to that Uzumaki Naruto event, grabbing those fresh-looking skins. Look at the firepower on that skin.
Woo, that Nine Tails Fury right there. It is insane. Those guys that played the event, man, let us know in the chat if you're able to take down the Nine Tails, because that man does not mess around. I mean, one of the most difficult bosses I have fought in the game, that's for sure.
Yeah, you need to be hitting those weak points and making sure you're breaking through that armor resistance, and then making the most of the time where it's down on the ground. Either way, that sort of scale of monster isn't going to be played in esports. The only thing that comes close is maybe E-Arena's first game on Rondo. That kind of felt like a similar sort of kaiju level threat in this game, but so far that hasn't been repeated, and we're going to be a little bit more sensible.
They definitely channeled his chakra, that's for sure, in the first match. But, just like in Naruto, it fades away. You know what I'm saying? So
does it fade away?
I think it lingered a little bit because they still have a whole points here, but Vitality somehow were able to pass them up, which is just crazy to me. But the one difference that we have from Group A versus Group B is there are some serious points bunches here.
Right, it was pretty close for the most part when it came to Group A, where we felt like any team could make it in the top 5. The thing is, though, with these next 2 matches to go, if we continue to see, Nongshim, Aura, EA, Vitality, even if Alpha 7 get a win here, it's going to be pretty difficult for these teams to try to make it straight to the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, to be fair, 5th place being 25 points, like that's one kind of good game, right? From a team all the way down towards the, well, I say kind of very good game, a 15 Elim chicken dinner. That's doable, right?
Sure,
that is a very reasonable thing for a team to be able to achieve. So literally anyone at this point could just jump straight into the top 5 if they've got that firepower behind them, if they get a position.
And by top 5, you mean just 5th place?
Oh, right, yeah. 5th place is top 5. I checked.
That is true. I mean, that's what's so crazy, though, considering that, 38 to 25 from 4th and 5th is wild. So, yeah, we still have that 5th place spot that's looking good. But, if you continue to give breathing room to those top 4, then that only leaves 1 slot available tomorrow, and you do not want that. And there's some serious names below that top 5. You got our previous champs, Young Galacticos, right there at 6th. Our PMGC champs barely holding on right now in 5th. And Tianba, a monster squad right below them. So, man, it's going to be pretty wild to see how things bring out here. You can see the coach corner as we take a look at these guys. Every single time we see the coaches, I want to see them smiling, getting hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just serious business from these coaches.
Hey, look, they got to be digesting all of that information as fast as possible, because you don't have a long time to convey it to the team, right? So you need to be looking at those early stages. I think they'll be focused in now much more than maybe in about 5 minutes. Then they'll come back into it a little bit later in the game. But these early game negotiations with the lobby are going to be pretty important. So I think, fair enough that they're locked in. It's almost like they're trying to take this seriously, Jude.
Which, now that I think about it,
kind of cringe, actually.
Kind of wild. Now that I think about it, like in pretty much in every sport, anytime you look at a coach, you don't look too happy, right? No matter what's going on here.
Hey, if you're pleased with your team, you're not thinking about it right.
Yeah, that's right. Whoa. Go to 1 by more points. And look at this. QZZ. He's on a horse. Giddy up. And he's out of it.
Real high jumps on that guy,
Yeah.
That's powerful, that back legs there. We'll need to consult Neptura to see if that's a reasonable amount of height for a horse to jump,
She is our equestrian expert on the panel.
Very much so.
Take a look at Alpha 7, though. Alpha 7 love El Pozo. This is their drop spot. They know this whole city like the back of their hand. So for them to be able to make it up here nice and safe and sound is going to be a great sign for our PMGC champions here. As far as teams that are not in this zone just yet, we got Nongshim Red Force, who just won 2 chicken dinners. They're all the way down south in Minas. You have Vitality in Los Leones, S2G, and Hustler Crew still trying to get into the circle.
Yeah, up on that north side. Hustler Crew and S2G going to have to try and negotiate around water treatment. La Cobraria as well, potentially. Going through the Crater Fields area is going to be very, very difficult with where Horror sits, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see Hustler Crew try and swing wide out over the north, past La Cobraria, past the west side of Crater Fields, and try and find a way in that way. Either that or get much closer to San Martin, but I just don't think that you can move freely on the north side of this circle by going straight past Crater Fields. I just don't think it's going to work out well, and I think that they may have read that.
Yeah, they're going to be trying to find themselves their best spot possible. But looks like we do have a fight. And it's going to be Slownik battling it out with TT Project. Going to go for a little 1v2 action here. Pulls a pin, fakes it, jump shots. Oh, he's got to watch out for that S12K. Yeah, back it on up. Now getting hit by that. He's going to have to find some cheeky angles here. Oh, the jump shot ends up catching it. But here come the rest of the Wolves. Are they going to be able to save their teammate? Looks like they might have just done so and just in time.
And now in comes back to hold the angle, get the flush as well. Slonic is very, very low though, Jukes. They do need to get it picked back up right now if they want to try and make this one work. Neos is still on the top floor. Slonic is bleeding. He's bleeding out, and down he goes. And down goes Neos. He's dropping down for the fight, but it's not going to go well. Necessary does what is needed. And FPS steps forwards to try and challenge it yet again, but he's the last to stand for TT Project. This is going to be the Wolves all day. TT Project, take a tumble.
Oh man, and what a play for the Wolves here. Our NA representatives getting that fight done, and they are in elimination range. They are all the way at the bottom 3 here, so with that fight, it does push them up a little bit. Hopefully to try to at least make the survival stage and extend their tournament life just a little bit longer. But it looks like we may just have a true El Pozo circle here, as now we're going to look at Vitality getting some shots downrange as well.
Getting stuck in as and needed. Ooh, 2 of them are down though, and it's up to Federales and Axel to try and hold off against ETSH. Against Edge, that's a good start. Leveling the playing field now on the numbers. Fajita, being as isolated from the rest of the players as he is going to make it a little bit easier to get these reses, but Razak may just be a bit of a goner here. Jukes, he is very far afield. Axel launching the nades, a volley sent from the backlines as well as Federales has one looping over the top. Razy likely going to get picked back up, and I think, yeah, that's that flush down, that's that nade. As it comes on in, Fajita actually not stopping off to go for the flush. Instead, wants to bolster the position for Edge.
Oh, Fajita is sizzling right now. He's going to have to make a play all by himself because these nades are really starting to hurt. Federales is just on point with them. There's another air burst, and that picked him off a little bit. He does get the heal off, but that nade's going to hurt a whole lot. And that is ETSH out of there. Vitality. Man, these guys are just getting eliminations like crazy in the early game.
Hitting those nades like 5 big booms for Vitality. They are doing bits over on the south side, but they do need to get a move on. No one really too close enough to cause any worry for them in terms of third parties, because they are outside the circle. They're going to have to push up north past Monte Nuevo and try and find where they can slot on in. In the meantime, I'm taking a look at the rest of this lobby, and Hustler Crew did in fact go for that wide north rotate. S2G didn't. They sent in and they're now south of Crater Fields and have kept all 4 of their players alive, so I didn't expect them to be able to do something like that with Horror taking up that high ground, but seems like they made it work. E-Arena going to follow on that north side behind Hustler Crew and go past La Cobraria. So potential for the northwest side of El Pozo to get pretty crammed in.
Yeah, and you can see E-Arena just creeping into that top of that circle here. Alpha 7 dead center of the zone. You got Tianba there down south, and we're going to see some crates start to fly in this Miramar match. So not because of the playing path, we didn't see any crazy hot drops. The zone does center on up, so that early rotation from Alpha 7 really paying off here. So take a look at the top players so far. Axel on top, and then no surprise, 2 players from E-Arena followed him.
I mean, yeah, it's still just got to be these 2 teams on these top player cards. It was kind of nutty with the amount that E-Arena were able to do in that first game and the amount that since then Vitality have been able to rack on up. It's been pretty beautiful stuff. Godlike on the east side losing a player there as we hop back over to the map. Vitality still making their way in from that south side. Those fields that are overlooked by Ida's position now gonna make it pretty tricky. Okay. I kind of like this approach. Hops out with the parachute, jumps on top of the mesa. Okay, looking pretty stylish with the stunts there.
That's how you get it done. The question is how is he going to get down?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
That's the problem. So we got STG. They said, you know what? We don't have to worry about getting down. We're getting into this building here. And now they're looking for some angles onto Alpha 7. So this fight starting to ring out, which is a little bit wild. I mean, they are in center of zone. It would pay off for these teams to kind of just hold their position and then wait to fight until the end. But with Wazao kind of out of position here, it is going to make things a little bit spicy.
Yeah, with Dopeness sort of cutting through the middle of that position, it's going to make things hard. S2G are going to start to get angles on it too once they figure out how to park a car in their little garage there. And there's that nade. That's what you're worried about. That's exactly what you're talking about. And Wazao goes down. Alpha 7 allowed too many noisy neighbors. They didn't put in the complaints early enough, and now they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to do anything about it, like you mentioned. Looking at Revo here, trying to do something, though. He's looking at those 3 peaks, just trying to get a little bit more intel. I won't be surprised if we don't even see a fight here happen at all. I mean, this is still a dead central zone. I think right now it's just about getting information, just making sure no team just randomly pushes up into him. Now, the fights that could definitely ring on out are there on the south side. You got Vitality, Tianba, Wolves, Mighty close to each other. But meanwhile, in El Pozo, we're going to see just a lot of teams just taking little pop shots, trying to knock down a little bit of armor.
I like what Ida are doing on the eastern side of this circle, right? They have that super duper high ground that overlooks those El Pozo fields. They're going to have a lot of angles to try and make that one work. And I like what Rita has done here. Move down. They know that they're not under threat from their east side anymore, which means that they can, well, almost certainly not under threat from their east side, not technically guaranteed, but certainly a little bit assuaged. But moving Rita out, I really like that. Gives them a foothold to move down because they're very likely going to have to leave this high ground.
Yeah.
So they can start to scout out the angles that they can crash towards in those fields out on the east side. So hopefully we're going to see a Turkish team have a good game here.
Yeah, the zone definitely goes to them. Oh, and it kind of does. Wow. I mean, it still has some of that play in for them. So this could be a huge opportunity for them to get some points. If that next circle definitely hard shifts onto the east side, they're going to get a crazy game because that open field is disgusting. Like, if you just try to take one of those little hay bale areas, you're committing to that for the rest of the game. But now we're going to see Vitality, Team Vitality getting into it with Tianba. This is a huge fight.
I mean, Tianba not really getting into it at all, actually, sending straight across the open field. Okay, Vitality and Ida both actually vying for the warehouses on the south side of the field. Ida committing there. Tianba trying to get across out in the open, losing another player. And now, I mean, Ida crunching in Vitality. It might just be working out beautifully for them. It's going to send Vitality away. Deny them access to the eastern portions of this circle.
See on the west side. We're looking at E-Arena and Nongshim Red Force. Ooh,
oh, yeah.
Swap, Sketching, XCY. Gonna be looking for some more players here. Hyunbin mighty close. He heard that pin get pulled and he said, let me time to back it on up. This is a very difficult area to nade. You have to throw it literally in the perfect position if you want to get it on. And now Tizzy from across the way, putting a little bit of pressure. Gonna go ahead and get his teammate back up. And it definitely looks like this fight's going to ring out all the way to its bitter end here. Because this zone is not kind to either of these teams. And yeah, E-Arena is just trying to find some room to work with.
Trying to roll on up to the back lines, take that 2 versus 2 fight. And it's going 1 for 1, but they're hitting the drop shots. It is brutal. And Nongshim Red Force Serve a lesson straight on up to half of the arena, and the other half is nowhere to be seen. Big nade in as well across the way. That flush comes through. We're on stage 4 here, which means the zone is survivable, but you don't want to be staying in there too long. Another nade goes a little bit longer, and Hyunbin wants to load one more into the old arm cannon.
30K trying to make a play here. Putting some shots on the Sizzy while he's in the blue zone. And you are right, man. We saw Irina go crazy in Rondo. And
oh, that would have been so good.
Yeah, since then, things have been a little bit difficult for the Thai squad. Tourniquet's got that nade, though. This could be dangerous if he hits it. Doesn't quite get the mark. And now Nongshim Red Force are getting their whole squad together. This is not good on the side of the arena.
Yeah, they didn't manage to win that fight out on the east side. I mean, it was a little bit of a gamble, but probably a necessary one. Unfortunately, this time around, it did not go their way. And Nongshim Red Force are looking pretty stalwart in their hold. So easy. Moving across through those smokes, waits for the nade, darts past it, and they are just moving across. Vitality, in the meantime, though, have moved up, and this is going to make things tricky. Razy wants to unleash, but it's Tizzy who goes down to Federales, and the arena are going to strike immediately, snapping the points where they can, but no, not going to happen. All of them go to Vitality.
That's crazy. Somehow wasn't able to steal that elimination. Just looks like he may have just shot him down to half an HP and it ticked him on down. Unfortunate. Sweats getting that knock, though. He's looking to get that confirmation. He's forced around the open. He's got no coverage. He's shimmying. He's moving back and forth. Jumping down. And Hyunbin is right there to catch him. But Yangon Galacticos were ready for both these teams.
3 points out for Nongshim. And that is going to put them up in 4th. Keep them nice and happy, to be fair. They're still quite far ahead of Alpha 7 in that 5th place position, but it's not quite another chicken dinner, which they're probably hoping for. Not going to happen this time around. All of that fight was exacerbated by the earlier engagement, the earlier descent we saw from Ida from that high ground, pushing Vitality further west. If that hadn't happened, I feel like Nongshim had a fair crack at that.
Yeah, you're right, and it goes so crazy how just the tiniest little movement in the lobby can just destroy your squad, and honestly destroy this whole lobby, because it is Team Vitality that gets 8 more points. 67 total, and we are not done with match number 5.
There's still more to go. If you could believe
There's another
it,
game.
There's a whole extra game.
67.
This is careful with that. Careful with that sort of numbers. But we are going to be heading into match number 6 after this as well. And yeah, it's pretty nasty to have a team like Vitality putting on this sort of a show. With the 8 eliminations they've got so far this match, Ida potentially vulnerable to losing retest. They chase on in. Meanwhile, over in El Pozo, though, there is a charge through the high street. They say the high street is dead, but it might just be dead to rights for 721 GS, but maybe not. In the meantime, Tiamba, they were cut down to 2 earlier on. There's already a lot of damage done, and Moscow once more will not be able to chew, though. That's 721, I believe, just run straight through as they try and make a mad dash out into the open.
QZZ putting up a little bit of a car wall here, and this is where they're going to stay for the rest of the match. It is a great spot. This little dip is dangerous, considering that it's kind of hard to get even near there. It is super weak from the hill right above it, but no team can really take that spot because there's vision in every single direction. And for the other side of that weakness, when it comes to the side of Aura, Tiamba did set up that vehicle wall, so we could definitely see those 2 players be very dangerous here towards the end.
Ooh, I'm worried. I'm worried about Axel's position right now, because Emre is up on the high ground still. Axel should be broadside to him.
Oh my.
But he's not taking the shots. Maybe he doesn't quite have the angle. No, Emre didn't want to take the shots, certainly. But yeah, it's... He's spotted a helmet there. He spotted a helmet there. What are we getting a replay of? Crazy. Oh, the links. And
boom! That's what I'm talking about. Love to see some sniper action anytime in this game. And when it comes to Miramar, that's a chance we get to really, really see it. So we see the big guns getting whipped out here in the World Cup.
Hustler crew really struggling on the back lines here to try and push through a Pozo. That wide sweep over the north side, now coming back to bite them. They do manage to get the reses, but another knock sent straight their way very, very quickly. They have to cross the road, but where do you go? You've got Alpha 7, Yango Galacticos, Dopeness, all in your way. I don't hold any hope that they're going to be able to make this run, but maybe they'll be able to sneak one player, maybe even two through, but even then, that is a too tall of an order for them, and they fall down. Alpha 7, they are down to 2 players despite starting here and really haven't had the best of luck on this game with only the 1 elimination. We're going out to the open field now,
Dude, this is ridiculous. This day, for when it comes to circles, has just been the most toxic, ridiculous zones in one day I've seen. His zone has just been brutal. Now we're going to see a Rebel get taken out by Smile. This is Young on Galacticos. These are 2 championship teams battling it out, and Young on Galacticos are going to eliminate Alpha 7, and that's brutal for them considering that they were right below them on the leaderboard. So now Yangon moves into 5th place.
Yeah, they're taking that mantle now, and they are winning on that tiebreaker. They are in that 5th place spot. In the meantime, Tiamba getting rolled up on by some of Aura, but it's not going well. QZZ holding his nerve. Beautifully done, but I think, yeah, it's just going to be too much of a brunt to bear. And they will go out of it. Able to do a lot of damage, but it wasn't quite enough in the end. And Aura now looking to piece themselves fully back together. In the meantime, Vitality, 10 eliminations. They're the Southside Commanders.
And we see Razy get another huge shot with the 50 cal. So the snipes are coming out. Team Vitality is just dominating right now.
11 eliminations, up to a 70-point total with another match still to play. Placements have only just started kicking in as well. Jukes, we're on 8 teams remaining. A lot of hangers-on here, trying to keep themselves right to the edge of El Pozo, but this is about to go off like, as you like to say, the 4th of July.
Yeah, let's get this party started, baby, as we see the Wolves holding it on and trying to get themselves further away from that bottom 3. It's just these element tricks and necessary now. Throwing those nades. Oh, just a little bit out of range of Young on Galacticos. And meanwhile, we got Dopeness up top here. Racy with another shot off the Smile. This guy's going crazy.
It's big boom after big boom. What can you say? And the nades coming on through now for this El Pozo scrap. Dopeness trying to charge out in the open, but they're getting cut through on the sidelines. In the meantime, Godlike, who have been a little bit quiet, they're now on the north side of things and probably in one of the better spots in terms of the El Pozo teams. Horror really can't step up to them. It's only going to be Vitality across the way that might be able to play spoiler to it, but it's still just getting hotter and hotter, and more pressure is building inside these buildings.
Yeah, this battle just keeps on ringing out here as we're going to see Dopeness just holding the outside. S2G putting some shots onto Godlike as well. And they, I mean, S2G are just holding this warehouse. It's such a dominant position for them. Look at this. Godlike with the M249. Oh, that hurt though. Yeah, time to heal up.
Okay, humbled a little bit there for Salmate. To stay alive. In the meantime, they are looking for those revives. Dopeness on their last legs here, wanting to try and make it work. 2 players alive. S2G looking to fight towards the outside now. Lost Berg back, but in steps Hamzy to take up the mantle of that duel and will be able to win it out. The rest of Dopeness soon to go down. Soulcate does get knocked in the process. As Vitality take a player as well from that. Up to 14 eliminations for Vitality, by the way, as Yangon Galacticos sailing down the cliffs, but I think they're under pressure. Vitality on 14 eliminations. Jukes, I said it before, I didn't even believe myself when I said it.
This is unreal. I mean, Razy has been just having his way with this lobby from across the map. While we were watching this fight, Razy is just going nuts. I mean, knock after knock after knock. I'd love to see his POV here because he is dominating right now. Meanwhile, I mean, this is just, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. They're stuck.
There's nowhere for them to go. S2G trying to extract as much value as possible. They've got 5 limbs. Down out Godlike go, by the way, into that horror position that we saw before. But a lot of their players are suffering. 2 of them now have fallen. It's all up to Salme on the off angle here, on that high ground. He's not in the next zone, but he's got a nade, and he's going to send it forwards, takes down his own teammate, denying the point. Vitality want to watch this one drop, and Federalis wants to get closer, wants to be in with that opportunity as S2G joined the jump. Here we go.
Now we're seeing it from Vitality's perspective. They've got so much sightlines here, but the teams are just battling their way to find any sort of coverage. And you're going to have to hit the deck because Vitality are going to be soaking up tons of eliminations here. Razy with 7, all on his lonesome. And these hay bales are just paying dividends for this team.
Nobody's really able to challenge them out in the open. I mean, maybe Yangon Galacticos, if things start to conclude, could dash straight towards Federalis on this angle here. Maybe get in with a chance of doing it, but that's kind of the only way I see this not going to Vitality. It was 88 points on that 5th place bubble yesterday for 5th place. They're within striking distance of that right now.
And that nade, oh, that one is much too close for comfort. I like the fact that Wolves are throwing down these smokes just to try and make it a little bit more difficult for this Lights of Aura to hit these nades. That one looks too good, though. And Necessary is out. Elementrix is in between that vehicle and hay bale, so that's a perfect spot for both these players to survive just a little bit longer. Every point counts when it comes to Wolves.
Yangon Galacticos will go down entirely. Vitality up to 17 eliminations now. Hodder on 11 themselves on this game. And there is just no way that they don't win this one. Surely. Oh, the fire out in the open field. It's going to make things tough. That nade over the top bounces back just incorrectly there. Necessary does get a heal off, but the nade to follow it up, and Axel to follow it through as well. The fact that Wolves are still alive with both of their players right now is kind of crazy, and Horror now have to make that mad dash. I don't know how much more they've got left, but they get another burn on.
Well, here comes Team Vitality looking to take this chicken dinner, and it's Razy. He's got the angles, he's got the Molotov. Burn, baby, burn. He throws it. Oh, starts getting some shots on himself, though. Now hits the deck. But with this utility usage, Vitality are just dominating this lobby.
Razy still has nades to play with as well. Sends that Molotov forwards. Finds Sleepy with the explosion. Razy wants a little bit more. Just Sky now there, as well as Necessary out in the open field. Axel joining him for the 1-2 punch. Razy goes down, and Sky stays alive now with a chance against Axel. In a 1 versus 1, Necessary could backstab. There's Razy getting flushed away. A little bit of danger now. He's going to stay at their doorstep as Sky step forwards. He looks for the feet, looks for the ankle swipe. It is traded. But 2 players now, and Necessary could do it.
Necessary's got to make a play here for this team. Got to keep them alive. Got to get them at least to the survival state. Oh, the angles, though, are just too good from Razak. And it's Team Vitality getting a huge, massive win.
19 eliminations coming through from Vitality. It's absolutely insane, right? Okay, sure, we saw something pretty crazy earlier on, fine. But this on Miramar, on that map from Vitality's position, to be able to get that done is miraculous. This is a team that I think has already, on match 5, qualified in the top 5.
Oh, I mean, that's a fact. These guys could not show up tomorrow, and we'll still see them in the finals. At this point, it's just a victory lap when it comes to Team Vitality. And look at that react. I mean, no reaction. These guys are just too cool for school at this point. It's just like, hey, you know what? Another day at the office.
How you know when you're a giant striding amongst the pigeons, do you look at the birds?
That's
no,
right.
you got your eyes on the horizon.
Exactly.
And you're stepping towards those finals.
Like
that is what Team Vitality are looking to do. That is so impressive. We talked about consistency from this roster from the start of the day all the way through and all the way to the end. They've got so much punch.
Oh, man, what a game. You can see all these other players right now looking down at the stage, and you can see them just kind of talking to each other, being like, what do we do for this next Miramar? Last game of the day, how do we do this? And I'm looking at Team Vitality, and they're just like, hey, what kind of croissants are we going to get here at this point, right? Because, I mean, we're good.
Hey, you can't be saying it like that. We're in Paris, you know. You got to go full French. You got to throw out.
Sorry, croissant.
Well, we are going to head over and see if we get some better pronunciations on croissant. What do you got?
The human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers,
every click, every clutch, every respawn. We were there. Now, the proud founding partner of BMWC, powering the biggest event in gaming, shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion, reach your impossible. For every click, every clutch, every respawn. We were there. Now, the proud founding partner of BMWC, powering the biggest event in gaming, shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion, reach your impossible.
Yeah, and when both start tightening up on defense, do I go for Hatchet? Do I go for down 2 as Dragunov? What if there's an orbital waiting for me?
Yeah, and that's when the cannonball straight comes out. That's when the running 2 comes out.
The wheel of options keep turning.
All right, here we go. Good block. No punish again.
Yeah, man, he's just movement blocking, maybe playing too fast. Not seeing that he blocked a couple of these lows.
Bro, I think he was
with the back 4.
I think it's what you said too. He was playing too fast, man. He did a standing 4 trying to punish that earlier.
Yeah, man.
He's thinking a million miles an hour here. Sometimes you got to get ahead of yourself, but not that far.
Oh, he's getting ahead of himself.
He's
Okay,
trying to get him.
missed the taunt. Wow, that actually gave him a whip punish.
Yeah, and that roll recovery just fast enough, of course, to let him thread that needle there. Down 4, 3+4 follow up here, looking
Could
to
be
close
enough
it
with the
out.
dash route. Yes, it is.
Closing it out. Ulsan still in there. One match, 1 round on Ulsan side now.
A lot of crowd favorites for Ulsan. Nice interrupt with the down 4-1 confirmed, but again, the 1-2-1 get off of me.
Ooh, salvo. Nice sidestep on the down forward 1 there. Oh my god, again, the rolls. The rolls have been really benefiting the way Ulsan is playing here.
Yeah,
it's like it's a check.
Yeah, he dips in the roll and he gets under some mids too, like the Brian 1+2 there.
Oh, he might not be alive.
Yeah, not enough life for that one. Good duff with the running 2.
All right, here we go. Ulsan now looking to turn things around here and tie things up right away. 2 rounds uncontested here in game number 2.
A hit confirms though from low high, very clean.
Oh, he's starting to step.
To avoid the down forward 1. Just tagging him low, you can't step this.
That was the sickest sequence I've
Dude,
seen.
look at this. How many dashes did low I do?
And this time a big counter hit call out there. He finally caught him pressing, and he's going to close out that round. And now on the scoreboard, low high, finally getting a round back.
That intimidation movement. Show me your time and give me something.
Yeah, the delay catch. The art of movement. Okay, crouch dash 1. Nice check here again. I love the counter lows here from low high.
The crouch dash saved him, but the orbital over the down 2. All right.
Yo, he got the rhythm of the night down. He is feeling himself there, able to get that big orbital call out there on the low.
Wow, the 4-3 again. Good round for low high. First route.
All right, Requiem, follow up. He dash cancel.
We're sending it. Okay.
Looking to close that out. 1 more sequence and a down 2. Able to take it. I like how he dashed it in. Here we go. Final round. Game number 2.
There's the low punish there. Low high's been missing a couple of those. Wow, challenge. Not that plus after the full thing. Brave challenges from Ulsan. Battle of jabs and down forward 1s right now. Burst on the side of low high.
They're trying to check each other. Here we go. Could go either way, but low high does have a little bit of artillery here. He has the heat dissipating right now.
Ooh.
Almost got wrecked with Requiem.
Dude, they're both just staying at range 0.
Last hit, able to land here, but Ulsan has rage. Rage and heat.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Triple.
persistence!
One more poke. He had the step, just a light jab, but he gets the back 4-3.
Here we go.
High crush option to get under the first hit of salvo. That was a great choice.
That was insane because at the most, he was using down 4s for his low option the entire set. Now bringing out the down back 3 with a nice read, able to close it out there. Low high, again, impressive there.
Perfect time to bring out down back 3 for the high crush on the jab. All right. Low high taking it 2-0 so far.
He's in a good spot. He's in a good spot. Slow and steady here. Let's see what happens.
Last year's score was 5-2, so maybe Ulsan might lock in. Wow, okay. Just caught him off of counter hit. High splat. Flip over. What's for Oki? Safe mid. The
Nice
layer
check.
1.
I like that check with the 3+4. Okay. Whoa, buddy.
Again, I feel like he's finding these one every other round.
Now, this is big too. He's going to have the wall, the follow-up here.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, good block there from Ulsan.
Good recognition, it wasn't counter hit. Chopping elbow.
Ooh, he jabbed the cannonball straight.
Same character.
Oh, so scary. Nice hatchet. Still got more to do. Running 2, clips him.
Trying to catch him there. Another opportunity. Speaking of which, let me throw out this while standing one. He believed. Bro, I think Lohai is slowly but surely maybe starting to run away here.
Yeah, he's getting so comfortable. Dude, the way he's dashing in his face too, he's like, you ain't gonna step nothing. Good punish there. Lohai went for the homing move into the mid extension. Paying for it a little bit. Oh, the whole round disappeared. One more chance.
Oh, he can turn things around here.
Incinerator. Oh my God.
He's alive still. It's gonna do a ton of damage here. Counter hit range art. Gonna do insane amount of damage. He's gonna have, it's about even on life, right?
Oh my goodness.
He's
Yup.
gonna heal a little bit.
Just about even.
And he has heat though. No, he was out of range.
Oh man. Whoa.
Not on my watch.
Ulsan with a pop off on that one.
He knows he got out of a sticky situation there.
Yup. Oh, counter hit on the 3rd hit.
Link it all together.
Good patience this time. All right. Ooh,
What a trade. Insane trade.
Oh.
No,
What's the
he's
follow
gonna
up to
get
2?
so much out of that.
Tackle again. Get off me.
Hit that ignition switch. The follow-up gets the knockdown here.
No punish. Still got heat on Lohai's side. No, it's minus 11, not 12. Miss punish.
Big chance here for both players. Oh, he's chopping away. No punish again.
What is going on from Ulsan?
Why is he choosing not to? That's again like maybe the 3rd unpunished.
3rd or 4th down 4, just let go.
Because he could have waltzed anyone +2 that easily.
Yeah, you gotta watch 4, watch 4, none of it.
Okay.
Little spike.
Has a chance. Let's see what he does.
Oh, tech roll right? He does, but that's gonna leave you open to a taunt. Requiem.
Ulsan in trouble now. Back to the wall. Has to be careful.
Lord is dancing in his face. Oh, get off me. I'm gonna find the button.
Yeah, I'm leading this dance right now. Oh, he pushed him back.
Whoa, I could do that last second step too.
Yo, that remix to Ignition.
The big toe kick whiff, no whiff punish. Ulsan a little uncharacteristic in some departments right now. The low blocks and the whiff punish have been a little sus.
Yeah, but the side steps have been godlike. Here we go, final round. Game number 3. Ulsan really needs this round.
Do not want it to pull ahead. Okay, gets the burst. Lohai wants to make this lead even bigger. Incinerator is good.
Okay, the rush to follow up the mix-up. Look at the life lead here for Lohai. But Ulsan has access to rage and heat.
Okay, gets the burst. Heat activated, spending it on the smash. What's for mix? Mid check.
Oh, the hatchet!
Nice confirm for Lohai. 3-0 right now in Lohai's side.
Yo, he's climbing this mountain. Slowly but surely, he is climbing this mountain to victory.
Is Ulsan trying to take a page out of Yagami's book yesterday?
That's kind of inspirational though. You think about it.
I gotta be down on my last limbs to bring it all the way back. He needs it right now, man. He is so stressed out.
Similar, you brought up Yagami, but similar to Yagami, Ulsan, when he starts losing, he starts powering up.
Yeah, this is that moment, dude. He needs to do it right now.
I mean, is there enough time? Is it going to be
Wait, he's channeling Yagami with the Reina? He was hovering her.
I did see that hover. Let's see what he does. What is he going to lock in? Because he has a huge decision. This is his last chance to switch to another character as well. Otherwise, he has to lock in, and he has to do it with that character. Let's see what he does. What is he going to pick? It looks like it might be still the Dragunov.
Still is, yup.
But we're in a bigger stage here. We are in Yakushima. Almost no walls in sight. I mean, they're out there, but just going to take a while. You might have to take a bus to get there.
That could have been a strat, though. The character select, hovering the Reina. Let me channel some Yagami real quick for the comeback.
I mean, that's a smart thing for sure.
Gets the pickup off the trade. Mad far pickup. Wow. Got there in time. Little shoulder drop at the end of the combo.
वो राइट इसीलिए ले रहा है क्योंकि उसको राइट से
Okay, little jab punish.
मारना नहीं आता बार-बार वो राइट
Oh, interrupt on the second hit.
Ulsan finding his spots though.
गलती कर रहा है
Oh, he tried to catch him. He tried to clip him
There's
on
the
the way in.
punish.
Oh, what's going
Oh my
on?
God. You know, there was the threat of the second, just in case, just in
Yeah,
case.
yeah.
बहुत बढ़िया मोमेंटम आया
There's always the thread, but man, this is
बहुत
nuts.
बढ़िया फिर से मोमेंटम आया
Zoltan awake now. The two-time. I saw him in this position before, facing elimination. Then he turns it on. Out of the air, strong area, but the four was too far. That was unfortunate.
Super unfortunate there. He tried to commit to it, but unfortunately not able to do it. Gets launched for his troubles.
Set up. Last time he went mid, he goes with the step this time. Mini jab punish. Oh, that could have been a jet upper. Risky shoulder on Brian. Okay. Can he hold on to this lead? How did he get that out so fast? I didn't even see
बहुत
it.
आसान है बहुत
Instant
आसान है
crowd cheer. Let's see what he does there. About even alive both ways. And Ulsan threading the needle there with the 4-1.
The DN Soup team coming alive. Big forward three again. Instant silence.
I mean, Lohai has been high on landing those counter hits.
Nice.
Been working out for him quite a bit.
These little jab punishes are adding up.
Bro,
Yes, like this. The threading the needle on the 1-3s have been so good right now.
but at a life deficit, he has to deal with it. What's he going to do? How is he going to mix it up here? Guaranteed follow-up.
बहुत बढ़िया
1-2, pressure, more pressure. 1-2-1 counter, he sends it.
Looking to close it out. And back to quick mid, able to close. What is he doing?
He's face palming. He can't believe it. He's like, oh my God, I'm doing it. I gotta do this again. I gotta do this again.
That crowd is going nuts.
Ulsan, Ulsan, Ulsan. Yeah, they're all out here for him.
All right, Ulsan, what do you got? How are you locking in? Phoenix Gate. It's going down here.
Pretty big stage itself. Woo. All out on the back three.
The assault, the attempts here.
Mr. Confirm gets the launch punish. He did the second one way too late.
The adjustment there,
Oh,
too low, too low. Oh, this is
my
unfortunate.
God, what is happening?
Yo, this scramble in this opening round here. Now
Okay.
what's the mix?
Trying to roll away. Wasn't countering. Nice confirmation. Wow, blatant low.
Can he do something else here?
No,
Oh,
late
he
on
fell for
punishes.
it.
That's like one of those punishes. You can't wait for the second hit if he's gonna do it or not. You gotta just punish the first and believe. It looked like he was trying to like see if he did the second knee or not first. By then it's too late.
But Lohai already knew that something was coming. He went for that easy while standing one there. Jeez. Oh,
Gets a float on the orbital.
This time the conversion.
Beautiful conversion. Saves the tornado for the wall. Flip over route. What the? Went for the stomp. Try to save it with the throw, crouch throw.
Yeah. I mean, I like the option there from Lohai. Lohai was ready, got the launch. Now pushing back, has the life lead here.
Burst to activate. We're gonna get a counter burst somewhere. Gets clipped.
Oh, chased him down there.
Nice
Oh, this
step.
is huge. He gets a clean splat. The follow-up
Peel off
here.
the side.
Good adjustment.
Yo, he could get a beefier combo because of this. And Joshua with the assist.
Here we go, the follow-up.
Oh no. Nice block.
Bro, you played the game?
I only played the intro.
Okay. I was like, well, damn. I'm like, you know?
Joshua.
All right, here we go. Follow-up here. Trying to find it.
Floor blast is available too. He's going for it with a throw. Throw breaks have to be on point when the floor is available.
Try to string him in. Good punish there.
Both sides going for the throws for the floor break. Wow!
The punish on the whip orbital there.
He just stopped at the perfect spacing, and he was crouching there too. Get rid of the floor. Extra carry. No, didn't get the burst.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He had the wall too. Who's gonna want it? Who's gonna get it? He smash.
Whoa!
Dude, I thought he was gonna go low.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I can do that
did the
too.
same
I
thing.
can do that too. Nice cannonball though. Let me duck that.
Is it enough? He should be. If he gets it right, there it is. Yo, Ulsan, is this the start of the comeback?
This could be it. Down 4-1. Nice confirm from low high. Not missing the punishes anymore. I think he's awake. Counter. No, not a counter throw. Regular throw. Nice break.
How's he going to approach here? The hatchet.
Ooh.
The hatchet again.
Where'd it come from? Oh my goodness.
I like it. The way that Ulsan is playing and kind of instilling this fear now. Whoa!
Oh, the movement! How beautiful was that?
After those micro dashes in his face to quickly sidestep, knowing when he was going to press a button, that was brilliant. Ulsan, 3-2 now in favor of low high, but Ulsan is threatening now. He is building momentum.
Tekken is a 3D game.
Up west of Picardo. And grab some, sorry, on that north side, I was saying Alpha 7 could grab vehicles, head over that north edge. I imagine that's what they're going to look to do here. Watching out for hot drops, but not really going to see too much. We did have a little bit over towards Biodemar at the start of the last match, but that's not going to happen again this time.
Yeah, not going to happen this game. And now we got it seems like a normal game. I don't know why I'm saying that, because we thought the last circle was going to be okay. And it goes to the one open field in that whole side of the map, which is just unbelievable. But no crazy hot drops. So it does look like teams are going to be avoiding it here. They don't want to be dealing with any of those shenanigans, and that's the right play. I mean, guys, this is the last game. You have quite a few squads that have done a ridiculous match here. And now we're going to go ahead and take a look at some teams just trying to rotate and make the right plays.
Hey, if you're talking about rotating, right, that's something that you could be doing on the lucky spin, right? That is what you're going to be trying to look for, right? Getting those good rotations. As we all know, spinning is just a term for rotation,
That's
which
correct.
is what, it's a beautiful segue, trust me, I did it. But yeah, make sure you're getting those spins in before they go away, to make sure you're getting those skins on board, because they are looking mighty fine. The desk was talking about them earlier. Make sure you're locking those ones down to look as good as these players here.
And they're looking real good. Oh, Obscure, was that a Winchester I just saw?
It was, yeah. I love it.
I like that.
It's my favorite gun sound in the game.
It really is. To me, suppressed M24. It's just,
okay.
Oh, so nice. That, I'm not even gonna try it. I actually did try it. Yeah.
Go on, Obscure. Give us the gun sound. Give us the gun sound. Pop a shot. Come on, you know you want to. Pop that lever. Let's go. Oh, he's not for it. What a spoil sport. Alpha 7 currently in 7th place. They did get pushed off that 5th place spot at the end of that last match by Yangon Galacticos and actually by S2G as well, who now sit ahead of them. But it is still very much all to play for. We were talking about the difference between the teams from the bottom towards the top. It's still, even for Hustler Crew, very possible for them with a big chicken dinner to jump up and past that 30-point margin, right? They're on 8 points, putting them 22 points behind. That is a 12 elimination game in terms of differences if you're able to get a chicken dinner. So whilst they haven't shown their capability to get that just yet, it is possible. It's within their wheelhouse.
Absolutely. It definitely is. You know, the scary thing, I think, for me when it comes to Group B and this whole lobby is just looking at how heavy the top of the leaderboards are, you know, and besides, obviously, we talked about Vitality enough. You just look even further on down. You got Aura, EA, Nongshim. If Nongshim Red Force get a good game here, I mean, we could be looking tomorrow at one slot left. How insane is that?
I mean, it is. It would be pretty nasty, I think, for a lot of these teams to look to try and close that sort of a distance. But again, it does rely on performance carrying over to tomorrow. So, I mean, for me, Vitality, they've already done so much today. They've almost guaranteed themselves a spot in the top 5.
Oh, it's done.
It's pretty much done.
Yeah.
I want to see what they're going to be able to do tomorrow, right? Because a day like this could go to your head, and you've got to let cooler minds prevail. You've got to listen to your coaches, listen to the people around you, and don't get carried away. Sure, they're almost certainly going to the finals.
Yeah.
But for me, it's about how they're going to perform in the finals that I'm going to be watching for tomorrow.
You're right, because, you know, this is the best practice you can get on the planet, you know, and the good thing when it comes to when you have such a ridiculous performance like Team Vitality, I mean, 88 points is literally enough for them to not show up tomorrow and still be top 5. Like, it's 100% they're in the finals, right?
Yeah.
So with that kind of performance, that gives you 6 matches tomorrow to fix any problem that you have going into the finals. And that's especially important for a team like Team Vitality, because when it came to PMGO Season 1, in their own home turf. They did solid when it came to the group stage, right? Group stage, they popped off. We thought that, oh man, come finals time, they're gonna really do something. And then finals, it wasn't really what they wanted to do, especially when they're at home, right? But now they're in Paris. They have the most ridiculous day out of all these teams here. Hopefully we don't see the same thing happen.
Hopefully not, hopefully not. 107 points was first place for 4 Thrives over in Group A. Vitality, they could do it here and now with a chicken dinner. Just saying. They could break that century, they could surpass them with, you know, well, it would be difficult. It would be difficult, right?
Dude, that'd be wild, though.
It would need a 19 elimination chicken dinner. Wait, not even that. No, it would be a 9 elimination chicken dinner, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it? Yeah, I think it would be. So that's actually very doable for them. So if they win this match, it's very likely that they surpass 4 Thrive scoreline in first place from Group A over the 12 matches that they played. But that is a big if for Vitality to get another chicken dinner here. We did see our first casualty, I believe, of the match as Dopeness able to clock a shot over towards TT Project.
Lufa with the car, 98 too. Love to see some sniper action here. It's very rare these days with just how overpowered the M4 shotgun meta is right now. But you know what? When it comes to military or when it comes to Miramar, right, we're going to possibly see some of that.
Yeah, over on the north side, we're on board with Alpha 7, who have got in and amongst it with Hora. I don't know how much they can stick around here. It doesn't look like they've got the weaponry to be dealing with this. Carrillo's only got an S12K.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. They must have, I mean, they dropped out from the plane over towards the north side. Maybe they were just really slow on grabbing those vehicles and trying to get out west, which seemed to be their approach, but they've got stalled. They've stymied over in these Crater Fields locations, and it's not looking super good. They do need to get on towards El Pozo and probably get a little bit more loot, if we're honest.
Yeah, I thought that's exactly where they would be heading, straight in that direction. But now look at that! Look at the player cam there. You see that? That gyro just tapping away with that mini, making some great shots downrange, trying to catch Alpha 7 off, but it looks like they are going to be able to get away. So now Aura are still here, and this is why it's so important to have such a strong start in tournaments like this, because when you do, it just gives you so much more freedom to kind of have your way with the lobby and do maybe not even the best play, you know, but just you can afford it. You can afford to make mistakes here. Next zone about to pop. Let's see where it decides to go.
Ooh, okay.
The yoink all the way down south. Nongshim Red Force said, thank you very much.
Vitality?
We'll take that. Vitality said, muchos gracias. I am very, very happy about that one as well, as they're coming all the way up from Los Leones. That is how you do it.
Wow. I mean, that is actually a really big shift for Vitality. They are going to be kept safe from a lot of the teams descending from that north side. The bit that you have to worry about a little bit is sweeps from the west, right? So for instance, Alpha 7, Yangon Galacticos, maybe even Hora could rotate around that west side and try and cut in beneath them, but they have Los Leones to try and buffer any pushes coming from that east side. They might just want to get a little bit more central with it, but yeah, I think for Vitality, this is great news, and they're guaranteeing themselves probably at least a 4-point game here,
That's
I think,
right.
which is pretty nice, 12 points for them would be needed to get to 100, break that century in a single day, which would be monumental. A real record breaker of a day. With the arena kicking us off with a huge match on Rondo and Vitality saying, hold my beer, we're going for more.
Yeah, let's make some moves here. What a crazy, crazy day here. Let's look at this, though. It's Hyunbin, the man, the myth, the legend, all by himself. He's got the DBS. He's got the stairs.
Ooh,
but, he has to jump out. He hits the headshot and thirst. Oh, but he gets popped in the back on his way out. But, hey, he said, I'm not going down without taking someone with me.
Hey, that looked real pretty. You know, he saw that nade coming in. He was like, well, guess I gotta do it to him.
Yep.
Hops straight out, immediately puts him in the grave. The flush comes through. Nongshim Red Force, yeah, I kind of like this decision to disengage. You don't need to commit. They have the buildings.
Yeah.
They have that defense. You've already lost your player. There's nothing for you there anymore.
Hey, just a quick little handshake. Just said, all right, hey, you know what?
1 for 1.
1 for 1. Good job. See you later. All right.
Ooh, he's got the MG3. Look at that. XZY.
He'll take that.
Don't want to risk it.
No, you don't. That's for sure. Man, it's so crazy that we see the plays that are happening out here as ETSH getting a run over. players getting taken out on rotation. And I wonder if Team Vitality are going to get blessed here towards the end. Pass up 4 Thrives, 2 crazy days in just 1 single day of matches. That is a huge thank you on the side. Actually, how do you say thank you in Indonesian again? Oh, is it Terima kasih, right?
Terima kasih, that's it. Yeah, we were learning it. Well, so we were over there before. Terima kasih, that's what they want to be saying towards the end. And right now, on the southeast side, they've got a really good spot on the west border of Los Leones to potentially hold this one out. I'm slightly worried about some of the buildings further out to their east. They might be vulnerable to that, but the next circle is going to be coming through fairly soon. The north side, definitely more chaotic. But it looks like that's where we're going. Okay, so Vitality, they get the circle once, and then it takes it back.
Yeah, so you know what? Okay, we'll get it a little close to you, but you're going to still work for this one here if you want to etch your name into PUBG Mobile history even further. But, you know, the one thing that happens when you have such a crazy performance like this, it really kind of puts a lot of expectations on your shoulder, right? So we hopefully will see Team Vitality keep the same energy, right? Not just going into tomorrow, but also going into the finals here. But who else is going to make it into the finals? That is the question. Wolves are saying, you know what? We don't want to get eliminated right here. They've pushed themselves up from the bottom to at least 11th place. That is a much more comfortable position to be in. They would love to rocket launch themselves at least into that top 5. And it is possible. I mean, top 5 from all the way down to 11th place, that's only, what, 9-point difference? That's pretty wild. So these leaderboards can definitely shake up here on that bottom mid-pack area. But Elementrix is forced to hit the laydown. Gonna try and edge it out here. Baton jumps on out the vehicle. He's hits the shimmies. He's dodging these shots. He's moving back and forth. Sky now starting to get some return fire on him, and he goes down.
He's burning him with the Disco Inferno there, dancing around those bullets. And there is nothing you can do about it. Sleepy will be on the chopping block there as well, and he will be put to bed. No fear, not living up to that name as he's turning tail and fleeing from the sight of that pack of wolves.
Gotta get moving. Yeah, the Wolves, man, they were doing that dancing with wolves right there. We like to see that. But now we're gonna see Alpha 7 getting mighty close to S2G. Carrillo ends up getting popped out the vehicle by Hemsuji. Guizao tries to get in the building, but S2G has a set play for them. Alpha 7 falling apart here. That's Revo eliminated. It's just Obscure. Last one up for A7. If we're gonna see them in the finals, they're going to most likely have to make it happen tomorrow.
Something happened to Alpha 7 on this drop, Dukes. I mean, over on that north side, they got stuck in with Horror. They didn't seem to have much loot on board. They've been out the blue for ages. Now they've slammed into S2G and broken their noses on the brick wall that met them. Yeah, Obscure trying to have to skirt through the alleyways around them, but now the Wolves are going to have firing lines onto him, and I don't think he's going to make it. The NA squad will be the ones to deal the death blow towards Alpha 7. The Wolves have problems of their own over towards the south side on the Chumacero foothills. Now, over towards the rest of the circle, things are a little bit more disparate now, a little bit more settled. Slightly worried in the south edge. I think Dopeness and Vitality is the engagement that's the closest to maybe happening, but even then, they're sat across the road from each other. Next circle, far less dramatic than the last two.
Far less dramatic than this whole dang day, dude. These zones have been toxic, and then finally, it's just like, all right, time to relax, okay? Good old central zones here. Finally starting to play as predicted. Nongshim Red Force are dead center of this one. They're looking to have a good game. Young Galacticos are going to be holding that south side. E-Arena, craziest first match ever, and then really letting off the gas here towards the end of the day. Can they pick it back up? That's the question. Take a look at this replay here. Lupa, bang! That's what I like to see.
Beautiful. Scrubs him out of the game with a nice little headshot from Lufa.
Good shot.
Needs to pick that one back up. And you're right, we are seeing these snipers a lot more, and I for one, I'm here for it. Unfortunately, the Winchester doesn't seem to be amongst them, despite sounding the coolest of all of the weapons in the game. Tianba, they are trying to find a little slice near to Godlike. And Eagle wants to suppress the angle too. But that's going to be made all the harder by the third party from Vitality across the road to the east. In comes S2G as well from that northwest side, trying to move past, but Ida finding those shots. Camino will find one more knock over towards Tianba, isolating them just to the longhouse now.
Oh, you're going to see shots ringing all over the place. The Wolves are starting to get beat up. That's QZZ getting knocked by Tianba. There's fights happening everywhere. Eagle's going to go ahead and try to pick him up. Looks like he should be able to get that res. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's Elementrix fighting it up with TT Project. Tries to get the shots through the window and gets denied. TT Project finally starting to put some points on the board. They were in the bottom 3. Now in 12th place, feeling a little bit more comfortable here, but they still got a long way to go.
There is still a lot of distance left on the track. Godlike with a pretty decent split on this compound, Dukes. This is going to be a tough position to try and get across towards, especially with Vitality holding out on your east side. The south approach is currently stymied by all of these teams trying to leave from Chumacera. It makes that ground pretty difficult to move around, not to mention Nongshim Red Force taking that compound that overlooks the approach. So for now, Godlike are big chilling.
Big chilling right now. 7th place, 27 points. A good win here will have them definitely kicking back and relaxing a little bit more than they would if they didn't. The Arena really relying on that first game here. That was 39 points in one match. For the others, not being able to replicate even close to that kind of success. So they're still in 3rd place with 58. That's a great start, but teams are starting to catch up to them. Now 2 have already passed them. Lufa's got that car 98. Come on, show it to me one more time. One more snipe.
That's all you want to see. That's all you want to see.
That's all I want to see. I mean, I want to hear the crowd start chanting, right? One more snipe. One more snipe.
K9, K9.
Yes.
Let's get it done. And then to send the bite to be as big as the bark on that. We've seen it a couple times. Maybe we'll be treated to it a couple more. But again, our team's now just waiting the next 5 seconds to find out where the next zone will be. Where is it going to go? It settles out to the east. This is right on the crossroads. This is good for Godlike. This is good for Vitality. Vitality are going to have Hustler Crew trying to put pressure on, but Hustler Crew don't need to get close just yet. It's the teams from Chumacera that I'm worried about. It's S2G, TT Project, E-Arena, and Yangon Galacticos. All of these 4 teams are going to have to figure out who's going to get the chance to try and move into the Mincer in the middle.
And it's going to be a tough one, that's for sure. Yeah, Mincer's the right word, because we're going to see some teams get shredded trying to just find any kind of spot in this next circle. There is a little hillside that they're going to have to go to, but whoever takes that first is just going to get shot at from every single direction. Now we're going to look at Godlike, trying to find some cheeky little shots through the window, looking for the tiniest little pixel to shoot at. QZZ from Tianba, very happy to just share this real estate right now. They're dead center of the zone. They're saying, hey, Godlike, y'all are good. Look over there. We'll look over here, okay? And then once we get to the end game, we'll battle it out.
Absolutely. Happy to play in the shadow.
We're total full squad, by the way. Yeah.
Happy to play in the shadow of the bigger tree that is Godlike right now.
That's right.
They are cooling off in the shade for the time being after having taken some pretty heavy casualties.
Fight in the shade.
Yangon Galacticos on the western side. This is that western side difficult scenario that I was worried about. The Arena, they were already down to 2 players alive, and Yangon Galacticos puts them 1 further out of the money. That's going to get flushed away, but Mana is down. Low HP on Smile, a little bit diminished. Can TT Project make anything happen? As they are the ones to deal the final blow towards E-Arena, ending their day on 58 points.
2nd and 3rd place are gone. That is a huge thing for this lobby. Nongshim Red Force are down 1. S2G is still in the mix, though, here. Meanwhile, TT Project, Yangon Galacticos battling it out back and forth. Romeo gonna have to make a play here, as it's only him and Smile up for his team, throwing out some nades that actually did a little bit of damage there, but now here comes S2G. They heard this fight happening. They want a piece of this action. They are starting to get peppered, though, from other teams. That's gonna be Nongshim Red Force. Ooh, Kamikaze trying to find a little bit of coverage by that hill, and he does find it.
I like this. I like this from S2G. They've read this fight is going to get a little bit stuck. and they're moving ahead of it. Instead of trying to get stuck straight in, they're prioritizing zone. They know that Nongshim have great oversight onto any position that they would third party from. So instead of going for the third party on the Yangon TT fight, they are going to go instead and put pressure on towards that Nongshim position. But maybe they should have had their eyes set over towards TT Project, because they are stepping over these hills. They are going to step towards Hamzy, and they're going to take it down too.
Effect just blind shooting through that smoke, and it connects. You'll take that all day long. Meanwhile, Young Galacticos with 3 players up, going to try to find any space here. They're going to be driving right in between these 2 squads, but Nongshim Red Force was just waiting for them to start making that push.
Yeah, S2G, after losing a player, sent straight ahead and tried to get further into the zone. I feel like it's probably a good read here, but Nongshim Red Force now have bigger fish to fry, and they are cooking something awful. Ida trying to step forwards now. They've crashed onto the Tiamba position. The Shadow no longer the danger-free location it once was, but another duo will take up the mantle, and both in purple.
That's QZZ getting eliminated there. Tiamba just not able to do what was expected of them at the start of day 1. But it's kind of hard to do when you got some squads going absolutely insane. Nongshim Red Force had the high ground, but this is at the edge of this circle. They're not going to be able to hold this position for much longer, but they could definitely get some serious eliminations here. Oh, almost catching Lost on the way to that tree, but he is able to find that little piece of coverage. Meanwhile, Romeo catching TG Project. Young Galacticos getting peppered. Zarek getting shot in his back. Fights going in all over the place here. And Nongshim Red Force looking to clean this up.
Yeah, 3 players now alive as Hyunbin does go down for Nongshim Red Force. TT Project full. They were able to do a lot of work into this last game though today. They got 9 eliminations there, pushed themselves up into 12th place. They should be happy with the performance they were able to find in the fighting from Chumasera. But now it's Nongshim to try and solidify themselves towards that top 5 in the fight with Yangon Galacticos, who they're trying to push out beneath them. If they go down, S2G have a door flung wide open for them.
Yeah, let's see right now, XEY with that MG3 shuts down Yangon Galacticos, and that's the 5th place team now out. So Nongshim Red Force, Vitality still in the mix when it comes to the top 5 teams. This is, again, a big opportunity for squad, especially like S2G, to make something happen. And they got some good sight lines here.
I think this is a big opportunity for Godlike as well, right? On this position, they have got all 4 of their players. Etch is currently putting pressure on. Not too many other teams are going to be pushing towards this compound. Could potentially third party from Hustler Crew. But Etch making this crossing is going to be tough because, I mean, Nongshim Red Force, they've got a sideswipe on the approach as well. Moving through this compound is going to be so difficult. The question is how many points are Godlike going to get for this hold? Because if Nongshim just take them all, that's a little bit of a drought.
Yeah, let's see. We're taking a look there at Godlike. How many eliminations are they going to get? They're going to have to fight out. ETSH first, though. S-Power's got that nade. He's cooking it. Actually, no, he's just holding on to it. Waiting to see the approach from ETSH. But so far, nothing. This is both these teams are in the circle right now. And they know that if they do fight this, the chance of them getting third-partied is pretty high. So I'm not surprised to see them just play this a little slower for now.
I mean, you say it's pretty high. I feel like a full squad third-partying this is probably fairly unlikely. I mean, the most likely is Hustler Crew, but either are playing as a duo. Do they want to leave that longhouse? Probably not. I think it might just be a straight-up back-to-back fight, but with Nongshim Red Force having their attention diverted, S2G now it's go time for Etch. A nice Molotov to place to cut the cross, but Etch pushed straight on through, and speed is there. And it is aggression to find it. A nice nade blast to a part of the seams, and Godlike hold their nerve.
And the crowd goes crazy. The Godlike fans getting nice and hyped up for that one as they get the eliminations and keep all 4 players up.
Where was the third party? Not there. Hustler Crew not in a position to go for it either. Not going. Nongshim Red Force in the meantime took down S2G, by the way, who do end this match currently in 5th place, but that is under threat from Godlike now on that north side. The difficulty, they have to move. Push to the longhouse, get towards the crossroads.
Get to safety, get in a position to put your team ready for this chicken dinner. Problem is you still got Team Vitality up on top of the leaderboards, and they are still in the mix. As we look at Godlike, 4 eliminations, they are there. Dopeness are still here, and that's a team that definitely could use these points They do have that coverage, but this is outside of circle. The problem with this zone is that there's not a lot of spots left to take. The only way to really make this win happen is you're going to have to make a push, and you're going to have to get it done the hard way.
Yeah, it's really tricky now to make ground in this one. The reason Dopeness can't push up the roadside there out to their west is because of Nongshim Red Force and 721 GS, right? Both of those two teams have the angle to control the roadside. If that fight goes poorly, if the players start to drop from both of those sides, it is going to get a lot easier for them to move. And if you're going to get a pick on the Razy, that's also going to be quite a boon to your movement
Let's
potential.
get it. Lufa with the car 98, making it happen in the end game. I love to see it. Nongshim Red Force looking to possibly get their third chicken dinner on the day. That would be huge for them. Dizzy having to make a play though. Here comes 721 GS with the buggy. He's got the shotgun. S12K pop through the smoke. It's not good enough. So Easy's gonna have to support him. He hits one. Can he get another? He's getting the thirst. Nongshim Red Force doing a great job of stiff arming this team.
Absolutely beautiful stuff. Tizzy does go down, but he does enough damage to make it difficult. But now Malik has found a pick onto the off angle, and Nongshim Red Force are going to go low. This is the scenario that I was thinking about for Dopeness. They can start to move west because that fight has gone a little bit mucky on the western edge. There's no longer the pressure from that side.
Let's go, and Nongshim Red Force finally eliminate that threat behind them. They have their back against the wall now. Now it's time to look forward and soak up some of these eliminations. But like you mentioned, Dopeness utilizing their time, pushing up, but they gotta battle the titans of the lobby. It's Team Vitality versus Dopeness. They're trying to get away. They say, no, we don't want to deal with this. And they are punishing them on the way as they go straight into the jaws of Nongshim Red Force.
Oh, it's not gonna go well for you there. 2 players alive, that's all they need on the crossfire, being hounded out of position by Vitality. With 13 eliminations for Nongshim Red Force, they're looking to play with the big dogs here, but Vitality are the biggest of dogs in this lobby. It doesn't matter if you got an MG3 Loco, Axel is still gonna run rings around you.
And you guys got to remember, if Team Vitality win this game with 9 eliminations, they will pass up 4 Thrive's 2-day performance in 1 day alone. Let's take a look, though, at Godlike Esports in the building. They got their shotguns loaded. You can see, man, yeah, pulling the pin. Psych! Putting it right back for now.
Uh-oh.
It's them versus Ida, though. Oh, yeah, S-Power getting knocked. That's going to make things a little bit more difficult.
Another nade being cooked now for Rita, Manya, and Same on that angle. The backstop's there, a little bit of damage, and S-Power now is very low. Admino can't step forward. There's off angles to be dealt with. In the meantime, Hustler crew have gone down on that north side. The res, I think it's going to stick here, as Same keeps his nerve up into the building, and nade being cooked in response now for Admino to try and take down this duo from Ida. This is the step that they need to take now. S-Power with another nade, but the shotguns are lying in wait, and it is vicious, it is brutal. A second one into the mixer. As Vitality chime in as well. Down goes one for Ida, but Darkin still giving it a good go. Over the top they roll, and Vitality may do the unthinkable.
Vitality pushing Godlike at the perfect time, and it's Godlike going down. It's Vitality versus Nongshim Red Force. A great performance on the side of Godlike, but an insane performance from these 2 teams. Vitality looking so solid. Nongshim Red Force looking for their 3rd chicken dinner, but it looks like it's all Vitality here when it comes to Group B.
There's one. Let's put the 11th on the board. Looking for TZ, is it a self-denial? It might be. Get to double digits on the Elins and burn yourself down to the ground, because Vitality live on top of the tables and beating a 2-day performance from Group A.
Are you kidding me? No reaction needed. Team Vitality are your monsters here in Paris.
What a shutdown. 108 points in 6 matches. Nobody is going to top that. We thought we'd seen it all. A 39-point game at the start of the day from E-Arena. We were thinking, how's anybody going to top that? Well, let me introduce you to a little team called Vitality.
Darimaka said, thank you very much. These guys are gonna be sitting pretty tomorrow. Nothing but just kick back and relax, baby, because you made it happen on day number 1. But man, the expectations are now through the roof for this squad, right? You got to have a good day tomorrow. You know what? As a matter of fact, forget tomorrow, dude, right? You're good to go. Finals time, right? That's where your eyes got to lock in. So, you know what? Even if Team Vitality doesn't go crazy tomorrow, I want tomorrow to be their day of, you know what? What is it that we need to fix for the finals, right?
Absolutely.
Is it any little, tiny little mistake that we can adjust? Even if they do something so wild just to work on that, I'd rather them do that there. So come finals time, they pop off.
Absolutely. I mean, I was really impressed towards the end as well with Godlike, able to jump up just about into that 5th place position at the end of that last match, holding their compound. Really, really heavy stuff coming through. Little difficulty in sweeping through that longhouse. I feel like Longhouse or Miramar, those longhouses are always so treacherous. The side angles, you don't know if you're going to be playing against those shotguns. Those nades can come out of nowhere, it seems. So a real difficult time to get rid of a duo.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that you have to make sure you play it perfectly, and they're not going to just run in one at a time. You got to play that slow, and they did it the right way. And the problem is just that with how much time that took, Team Vitality at this point, they're not making mistakes, right? They're not even taking an extra 1/10 of a second of delay, right? The second they recognize what was going on, boom, they are right there and they're taking out Godlike. But, you know, looking behind us, we got all the fans right with us here behind us in the booth. They're very, very proud of what Godlike did here today, and it's good to be able to see so many teams perform so well, and just an overall insane day. I didn't think we were going to even compete with Group A when it came to Group B, even though there were some monster teams here, but Group B, I think, just outshined Group A, and they did, right? In a big, major way.
Yeah, imagine getting an 18-point average.
What?
Like,
18 points a game?
It's insane, the quality that requires, right? In a lobby like this, I mean, it's breathtaking. It's unbelievable. Over 6 matches to be able to put up that sort of a performance. Imagine, on average, you're getting 80. That's an 8 Elim chicken dinner on average.
Every game.
Every single time you get on that plane, you walk away with that.
I hope everybody watching, understand what they just witnessed here today. This is a performance in one day that we may never see again. But you know what? One team that we're going to see some more of is Alpha 7. Let's go ahead and take it on over to the stage.
Much, guys. I've got Revo here from Alpha 7 Esports. Group B, day 1, has come to a close. Middle of the pack right now. I think you're currently sitting in 9th place. Look, Revo, we know that the expectations for yourself is a lot higher. So what were the issues that you were encountering today? And, you know, what were the things that you kind of struggled with?
I think like we had a bad executions, so we need to fix that, and we're gonna fix that for tomorrow. And let's see what's gonna happen. We are doing our best. We're still confident, and we know we can make it direct to the finals.
Yeah, that's fair. Just so that you know as well, Rocco is on standby. We're going to try and this interview in English, but you know, Rocco's just there just in case we need him. So, more specifically in that Miramar game, that final one, you were forced kind of northwest of Picardo. You had to do a big wrap through the blue zone, and then as you came back into zone, you encountered S2G. Was that just kind of bad timing, bad execution? Like, from your perspective, what happened?
I think like we need to join in the zone. We need to join the zone. We need to try. So we like said, let's gonna crash and let's try to fight. We saw them, but it happens. We made a better execution again. So that was the problem, and yeah, it happens.
It's just bad execution, and sometimes, honestly, for those of you watching at home, the level is so high, it's also just bad luck sometimes, and it depends on where the zone pulls, right? Finally, before I let you go, I just want to talk a little bit about you joining the desk earlier this week. You had a chat with Seven and the rest of the gang. You said that there's been quite a few strategies you guys are changing, some internal things you're changing as well, because this year hasn't exactly been the best year. Have you been implementing some of those things, and what's working, what's not working?
Yeah, we are trying. We did like many changes, but we are like still studying which one gonna work, which one not gonna work. We see that today, and we're gonna fix that for tomorrow and do better.
That's good. I mean, if there's any day to have not the best day, it's today. Revo, I really appreciate it. Best of luck to Alpha 7 Esports tomorrow, because they've got one more day of group stages to go. But don't go anywhere, because we're staying right here on the stage, and we're heading over to Calaris with another interview.
That's right, thank you very much, Barney. Bow down to your South Korean overlords, all right? Because I've got Hyungbin here, as well as Maddox, to do the translations and ask a few questions about the whole day. So you didn't have the easiest of starts, but after those first two games, back-to-back chicken dinners, looking amazing in this last game as well. Between game 2 into game 3, was there any kind of discussion in the team or kind of change of pace that you might want to kind of talk to us about?
일단 현빈 선수 일단 첫 번째 질문은 사실 오늘 첫 두 경기가 그렇게 순탄하진 않았는데 그래도 세 번째 매치부터 2연 치킨을 먹고 또 마지막 매치까지 또 2등을 하시면서 굉장히 또 좋은 마무리를 했습니다. 그래서 이 매치가 끝난 이후에 좀 어떤 점을 좀 얘기를 했고 좀 어떻게 분위기를 전환하셨는지 일단 궁금합니다.
일단 1, 2 매치가 잘 안 됐는데도 저희 팀은 분위기를 최대한 살리려고 좀 같이 텐션 높여가면서 했던 것 같고 저희 팀원들이 너무 잘해줘서 마지막 매치까지도 잘해서 점수 잘 먹은 것 같아요.
Yeah, even though we're like 1 or 2 points in the first 2 games, I mean we're not down yet. I mean we just try to bring our tensions up as much as possible. Like we just try to get spice up with everyone. So yeah, I mean we try to be vibing, and we had a really good vibe from our team. So I think that went pretty well for us, and we had really good teammates. I think they lead me pretty well. So yeah, that led to really good results today.
Okay, and backstage, Maxman is your biggest fan, and I want to know, he believes that ever since you came onto the international scene as a young player, you've been unbelievably consistent with your performance. Is there any secret spice to that, or what do you think from your perspective?
사실 또 중계석에 있는 맥스맨 캐스터가 사실 현빈 선수의 또 굉장한 팬이거든요. 그렇기 때문에 또 현빈 선수가 또 어린 나이에 이렇게 국제 무대에 처음 와서 정말 지금까지 굉장히 또 꾸준한 모습을 보여주고 있는데 그 비결이 무엇인지 궁금합니다.
아직 제가 막 잘한다고 생각하는 선수가 아니라 더 잘하려고 노력하는 선수라 더 성장하는 것 같아요.
Well, honestly, I don't really feel that I'm really a good player. However, I'm trying to being good at it. So I think the consistency of keep trying and the continuity of being an effort player. So I think that's what makes me a really good player right now.
Staying humble and looking amazing whilst doing it. 감사합니다, Hyunbin. Thank you very much. And that does it down here on the stage.
Standing by.
Thank you, Calares and Barney, with those interviews. But we gotta talk about the records that are being broken here at Quirilla City Grid, because not only did we get a 29 elimination in the first game of Group B, we also got Vitality to outperform 4 Thrives from Group A. In Group A, in 2 days, 4 Thrives was able to get 107 points. Here today, Vitality was like, we can beat that in 1 day, because they ended up getting 108.
Blank was also checking in the background, checking out with their PMGO Season 1 performance for the side of 4 Thrives in the finals. Day 1 of finals, they got 82 points, blowing out the water. 2 records in 1 day from 4 Thrives, and Team Vitality make it happen. 108. Absolute madness.
But not only that, 108 to 60.
That's right. Not only just that, look at the bigger gap that they even have to 5th place and 6th place. Tomorrow, Vitality is going to end up showing up, Lace, and be like, we can do whatever the heck we want.
What do we say? Don't hot drop on Vitality. I mean, you heard it on the desk there. But look, every single decision they made, every team that they encountered, they had the strategy and obviously the brute force to be able to do that. And plus, Axel, 23 kills, Razy, 18, and Razor on 17. They are your top kill leaders across the entire board, which is absolutely insane. So it's like all 3 players fighting for that MVP.
You remove their placement points, they're still number 1, by the way.
Yes.
they're still up
That's
there.
some good maths there.
Yeah, they got an 11-point difference right now, but really good to see. Nongtron Red Force, Horror Esports, E-Arena, Godlike Esports also going to be up there, so it clearly is just a very SA and also South Asia focused run out on this overall leaderboards. But man, we were scared looking at Godlike a lot of today, right, Niptro? Like, okay, the hot drop is getting very scary. We had that one big hot drop happening in apartments with the side of Hustler Crew.
Yeah.
The planes were really good on Miramar. They couldn't really make it to La Cobreria. It goes to show the hot drops are just not it. Godlike Esport, they get into the late game. Boy, putting up a decent amount of eliminations, really, especially for a team that, unlike Orangutan, have never played globally before.
Yeah, no, I really, really like this. I mean, we've been talking so much about Team Vitality, Hora, E-Arena, all of those teams, that the teams that are actually doing very well and actually playing very normally for a group stage day one, I mean, they've got 37 points. That's a decent amount of points for 6 games. So very excited to see what they've got coming into tomorrow, because it is looking really, really good so far.
It is. Well, unfortunately, looking at teams that were looking very good, they're on the first page, second page, and teams not looking really good, unfortunately. ETSH, 721 GS Esports, and Hustler Crew. Hustler Crew, I would say I was kind of expecting it, but 721 GS Esports, after what we saw in their previous events globally, I was like, okay, they've got some potential, maybe middle of the pack, but bottom 3, that is brutal.
It is brutal, and also for expectations for tomorrow, Lays. I mean, these squads need to start bringing it like some of the other squads were able to do it earlier in the day to get out those bottom 3.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously got to keep a very close eye on not only that top bubble, because yes, that's exciting, you know, the cash money, but we got to watch that bottom 3, because obviously they may get their keys crushed. And ETSH Esports, dopeness, they need to have more presence in the lobby tomorrow. Most of the games with them being sort of caught out on their rotations or too early of a position with the lack of utility. I also did see it a little bit from Wolves and TT, but I do kind of want to remove them out of that equation, because obviously in that last game, they realized this gap in strategy and they were able to sort of get themselves some elimination. TT had 9 just from that alone. So this kind of presence that they shown in match 6 is something that we need to see from them moving into tomorrow to avoid that bottom 3.
As we ended up seeing Baton being one of those teams that I was actually talking about earlier, getting that pan headshot with the buggy. But let's take a look at the MVP for today, which is going to be no surprise than a Vitality player, and it's none other than Axel with those 23 eliminations, 3,800 damage.
I mean, we saw that, they have like 70-odd eliminations, right?
71, yeah.
71. To have 23 of those on your own, I mean, that's a very even, I mean, yeah, I was going to say, it's very even across the board. So out of 5, there's Sky in there. There he is, just popping in to say hey, but the rest of them are all from Vitality. I think that's kind of to be expected, but the damage coming off of every single one of these Vitality players is pretty insane, Max.
Can we rename this from top 5 players to just like, no, top Vitality players of the day? Because it's literally just all Vitality. Axel, Ray-Z, Ray-Zach, the Ray duo is there, and Federalis, and then Sky's like photobombing in the middle of the graphic, but Sky also had some really good time. We saw some strong finishes from Hora, so overall, what an insane day. I thought Group A was a group of death. Group B is a group of entertainment. What a day it was. It's a good time to be a PUBG Mobile Esports fan.
I mean, I kind of like to say that this lobby was 2 different lobbies in one. You have the top of the leaderboard that are just the ones that are absolutely honing everything, and then, you know, kind of a different story at the end there, but no, absolutely deserved from Vitality, and that was just proof that how well this squad all works together to be those top players. That means they are insanely cohesive, and can't believe they beat the score yesterday. I really can't. Like, that's what's tomorrow gonna be?
Crazy.
In one day, and I'm hoping we usually have a situation where teams are in that position. They can either slow it down or they can just push that metal a little bit harder, and I'm hoping that's going to be the case for Vitality. But some of the other squads that we ended up seeing, especially in the second page, Neptura, Alpha 7.
I know.
Usually I get a chance to talk about them, but I'm not an expert this time, so Alpha 7, what's going on with them?
Alpha 7, for me, I think the big thing for me that I noticed is they seem to be making these pushes, making these plays with no information whatsoever. Like, they made that push into Game 6, right? Into STG's compound, and we're like, oh, there's a player over there, and there's a player over there, and oh no, we're gone. Like, there's no information. They don't seem to really know who is where, and that means that they can't do a darn thing when they start getting shot at. So for me, A7, they gotta work on that info scouting, gotta work on just making a little bit more of those moves to actually make sure they don't die easily.
Yeah, I do have to agree. I want to echo your point. I feel like it's a big issue of scouting. I want to take actually not to that last game, but actually the game of Rondo we had earlier today. It was them trying to go for Western rotate next to Stadium, and there's no scouting, and they just crash mid-rotation to a squad, and then it's a big skirmish happening out in the blue zone, and as it gets later, that blue zone tick damage starts to increase. So I would say right now the big issue is not really the fragging power, because, like, come on, we know they can bring it to the table. It's just a lack of information. That in a lobby like this, you don't have information, you're going in blind, teams will shut that down instantly.
And we even heard on the interview from Rebel too, they're still